Good morning, card communities. RJ back with another video. Let's get to it. Today's random Mike Schmidt item of the day, something I picked off the bay the other day. 2022 Topps Stadium Club Chrome, the blue parallel. It's one of those things that when it gets to be a year old, people start unloading all these cards that they held on to. And, you know, I saw a whole bunch of triple threads last year earlier this year for last year's triple threads, and I snagged up every single parallel except for the one of one. So I got the whole rainbow except that. Started to pick off the Chrome Stadium Club same way, trying to get all the numbered variations. This one's out of 199, the blue from last year's Stadium Club Chrome. So it's my random baseball item of the day. And like I did mention triple threads a moment ago, I was going through my triple threads that I started for last year's set, and I realized that for 2021, I did not have a lot. So my random baseball item of the day, another Mike Schmidt card. I picked up the emerald version of the triple threads, but not only that, I picked up a whole bunch. So I now own, from 2021 triple threads, the base card, the purple, I'm not even sure what they call this one, the green, which is the emerald, the orange out of 199, the pink out of 125, and the yellow out of 75. There are other variations, but most of these I didn't have. I think I had like 2 of these, and then I picked up all the rest recently, trying to get every variation as a Schmidt super collector, and I am wont to do. Trivia question today. Prize is another Schmidt card. A lot of Mike Schmidt today. Why not? He's worth it. This is a insert set from 2015 Panini Contenders, and it is a actually, no, this is a base card. Actually, come to think of 1961. It was like draft picks, old style images of some of the greats of the game in their uniforms for their college team. Schmidt went to Ohio State. And this is the Panini Contenders. Or is it the University of Ohio? Don't know. Anyway, at Ohio, just at Ohio, it doesn't say Ohio State, so he must have been at the University of Ohio. Yeah, he was a walk-on that year. He really wasn't thinking about having a baseball career, but he did so good. He ended up, obviously, as the greatest third baseman that ever played the game. And this is his Ohio, Panini 2015 Panini Contenders season ticket card out of that set. That is your prize for this trivia question. On this day in baseball history, May 24th, 1935. There's a singular event in baseball history from May the 24th that everybody defaults to, because in May the 24th, 1935, the first night game of any regular season professional baseball game was played. There had been night games played as early as 1800s, believe it or not, but not for Major League Baseball, not for professional baseball, under the lights in front of a crowd as part of the regular season. There had been attempts to do night games for years, but the first night game officially of a regular season professional baseball game happened May the 24th, 1935. Name the 2 teams that played in that first game, all right? Email me the correct answer. There will be, my email will be in the description below, along with a repeat of the question, and we'll pick a winner on Sunday, all right? Good luck to everybody on that. So today what I want to show off is a small set for my small set Wednesdays, when I try to get something interesting to show you. This is one of the few multi-sport sets that I have. One of the few sets I have that is not dedicated solely to baseball. And it is from, I believe, 1991. I think it's 1991. Anyway, it's the Classic Games. Actually, no, it's from 1993. Excuse me. Classics classic four sport 1993 McDonald's. And it was a set of 35 cards. You can get them in a couple, I think it came in packs of 3 or 4. When you bought a McDonald's meal, you'd get these cards in little packs. And there are 35 in the set, and there are some very interesting cards included in it. So let's go through them real quick, okay? Troy Aikman. I think it was, looking how he's dressed. It almost looks like Notre Dame, but no, UCLA. So here he is, coming out of UCLA, card number 1 in the set. Drew Bledsoe from Washington State. Eric Curry. Looks like he's from Nebraska. Let's get a double check. Oh, Alabama. Perish the thought. That kind of looks like an N. Oh, that's just the number on the side of his jersey. Okay, on the side of his helmet. Okay. Yeah, Eric Curry out of Alabama. You can see all the cards on the back, the stats from whatever the game is, but down here's the classic logo. And they all had this gold McDonald's logo down there at the bottom. That's important to know because the actual classic 4-sport release, they did a real 4-sport release that year. And it looks the same. It's the same layout, but it didn't have the McDonald's logo. And I don't know if it said exclusive up there. So Garrison Hurst out of Georgia. Started off obviously with football. So Lester Holmes out of Jackson State. Marvin Jones. Florida, looks like Florida State Seminoles. Yep, Florida State. O.J. McDuffie out of Penn State. Remember him back in the day. Rick Meyer. Was he a Notre Damer? Yeah, he was from Notre Dame. Okay. Leonard Renfro. Leonard Renfro was out of Colorado. Jerry Rice. Now they had pro and college ranked players because obviously Jerry Rice was a longtime professional by this time in the 49ers. Although they didn't have licenses with the league, so there's no mention as to his current stats, and the helmet's airbrushed out. So, and it had some baseball guys. Darren Dalton, you can see again, Dutch is completely airbrushed out. No indication of any kind of what his allegiance was to a team. So, and a couple hockey people. Yeah, this guy. I'm going to let you read the name because I ain't even going to touch it. So there you go. Hershey Bears, so he's a Flyer kind of guy. Kevin Dineen from the Flyers. Andre Faust, another Hershey guy. A lot of Philadelphia players, so I was happy with that issue. Roman Hammerlich. Don't know anything about that guy. Mark Recchi. Kind of looks like Eric Lindros a little, but Mark Recchi. This was a very popular card back in the day. This is back when Manon Rhéaume, Canadian lady, I think she was Canadian French. Certainly she was French name. But I think she actually made it into the pros. Don't quote me on that because I'm not a historian of hockey. But she was all that at the time. She's fairly good looking. She could play. She was a goalie, and she was on a lot of different products back in the early 90s. They were really hyping her up to make the professional ranks. I know she definitely played some professional minor league games, and I really do think she got into some NHL games, but someone out there will correct me if I'm wrong on that. So, Dominic Roussel. Timu Selene. Again, I am not a hockey guy. I'm sorry, people, if I'm getting these names wrong. I'm very upset. Tommy Soderstrom. Again, a lot of Bears, Hershey Bears, so a lot of Philadelphia connections. That's what I like about this. Anthony Hardaway for the basketball players. Jimmy Jackson. Christian Leitner. Remember Christian Leitner? Jamal Mashburn. Harold Miner. This was an interesting card for us Phillies fans. Bull and Baby Bull. Greg Luzinski and his son, who was drafted but never did anything in his professional career. He never made it out of the minors. He was just big, Ryan Luzinski. He never went anywhere. Lonzo Mourning. This was a very popular card, too, when it came out. It's a kind of like essentially a pre-rookie card of Shaq, essentially. Drafted number 1 out of Orlando. Or LSU for Orlando. So, Clarence Witherspoon. Chris Webber. Chad McDonald. Then they had some prospect cards here. Chad McDonald. Phil Nevin didn't make it to the majors. Didn't have a crazy career at all. Paul Shuey. Don't know anything about Paul Shuey. This guy, Derek Wallace. Really, to me, looked like a golfer or something like that. But he's a pitcher. I've never heard of him at all. You see that picture there. I thought he was a golfer. So it would have been 5 sports, right? Yeah. And Sean Wills, who you can see their draft pick cards. They didn't score any hits on the draft pick cards. So anyway, this is the classic 4-sport set issued by McDonald's in 1993. 35 cards. Could be had for next to nothing now. Because again, there's really nothing. I think the Manel Realm card plus the Shaq card are probably 2 of the bigger ones out there. But, it's a nice little set. I got it because I got it when it first came out. Had it ever since. And it does have a couple Phillies in it. So, because it's a set that I can identify with, I have it. I keep it as part of my collection, and I'm happy to have it. So, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed that. I don't know if you guys had if you guys can correct me on any of the names, or if there's any players in there that you think were worthy of note. But let me know in the comments below. Do consider like, subscribing, commenting. And if you enjoy this video, I will have another one on Friday. We'll go through a larger set on Friday. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I appreciate your support as I try my best to support everybody else in this great card community, okay? Don't forget the trivia question. Come back on Friday for some more, all right? I appreciate you all watching. Take care.